Michigan is finally starting to get active in the transfer portal. The priority for Kyle Whittingham going into this offseason was to get his staff assembled and then retain the best players from this past Michigan team and then to get active in the transfer portal. And he has done very well in that. He has his whole staff together now, and he was successful in retaining big players, such as all Big Ten offensive linemen Andrew Sprague and Jake Guarnera, as well as all Big Ten cornerback Zeke Berry, a starter from this past year. Unfortunately, he was unable to retain the likes of Cole Sullivan and Justice Haynes. Sullivan is off to Oklahoma, and Haynes is likely going to Georgia Tech for a paycheck of upwards to $4 million. Over these past few days, Michigan has landed a few key transfers and has hosted a few more. Kerry Combs has picked up a lot of pieces for his special teams room, receiving commitments from long snapper Nico Crawford and freshman All-American kicker Trey Butkowski from Pitt, as well as UNLV punter Cam Brown. While special teams commitments aren't necessarily flashy, they absolutely matter in the long run of a college football season. Michigan has also received a commitment from the top running back in the 2024 recruiting cycle, Taylor Tatum. He was previously at Oklahoma, where he battled injuries his first 2 seasons. I believe this is a potentially great addition for the Wolverines. If he is able to stay healthy, he has the skills to be a great Michigan running back. Star Utah edge John Henry Daly committed to Michigan the other day. He had 11.5 sacks, tied for 6th in the country, and was an All-American this past season, and he only played 11 games. This is a huge add for Michigan with the exits of edges Jayshon Barham and Derek Moore. His teammate Jonah Laea is now on board with his former coach as well. He is a 6'5" sophomore who recorded 38 tackles, a sack, and a forced fumble. He will be a fantastic run stopper for the Wolverines, replacing Rayshawn Benny. Michigan has also hosted a few visits to some huge names. Cal linebacker Cade Uluave, the number 1 linebacker in the portal via 24/7. He had 97 tackles and 3 sacks, earning him first-team All-ACC honors. Utah cornerback Smith Snowden's visit went very well earlier this week, but he is planning on visiting Oregon and Notre Dame before making his final decision. He was an All-Big 12 selection with 2 interceptions and 9 passes defended. He and Zeke Berry would be a strong 1-2 punch for the Wolverines. Michigan also received a visit from Utah tight end J.J. Buchanan, who finished 3rd in receiving for the Utes as a true freshman. There are a couple other players who Michigan has expressed interest in, like Ohio State wide receiver Quincy Porter and Texas State offensive lineman Telek Lockett, who have yet to take a visit. But they would be massive additions for the Wolverines. Now, I will say, with all of the moves that have been made so far, or maybe the lack of moves so far, I do trust this coaching staff. I believe they have their eyes on the right guys, and I believe they will make the right moves for the future of the Michigan Wolverines. Sometimes in a culture rebuild, you have to lose some players that were attached to the old philosophy, and that's just how it goes in the sport. So I have full trust in this Michigan coaching staff. That's all I have for today. Go Blue.